Obviously, I think watching it, the therapist in me is the most activated.
Yeah.
As far as the roles that I play and just the human in me. I
Mm-hmm.
think watching it, hearing it, and having the visual made it super immersive and super intense.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling in, you already know it's getting ready to be something psychological, just the setting of the video.
Hello, Renegades. Nikki here, and I have another amazing guest with me today. This is my friend Jen. Jen is multi-talented and amazing, and I'm going to have Jen share a little bit of her info with you. And as always with my guests, please check the description to make sure to follow them on all of their socials and whatever else they're sharing. Jen, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
I'm Jen again, multifaceted, multi-passionate. I'm a lot of things professionally and personally. I'm a mom, a grandma, a wife. Those are the roles that I love the most. For 16 years, I've been a licensed trauma therapist working with couples and individuals and families. I'm also a real estate mogul in the making as I am building a new business with my husband. So I'm in a season of just really tapping into all the things that I love and all the things that light me up and bring me joy and living truly out loud for the first time at 44.
Yes, I love it. And so I'm really excited to have Jen, one, because you just heard it, she's amazing, and two, because she's never heard any Ren. And so this will be her first introduction to Ren, and it's only right that we start with Hi Ren. So that's what we're going to watch today.
Okay.
You excited?
Yes. Yes.
And what we're going to do this time is we're just going to watch the whole thing through so she can experience the whole thing. And then we'll have our discussion after. And if we have to go back and point stuff out, we will. So yeah, let's get into it.
I'm excited to see something new.
Yay!
I'm all about adventure at this season in my life.
I'm excited to show her new things. And so without further ado, here is Ren. Hi, Ren. Oh, I'm going to put closed caption.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. And I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill.
Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy.
Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help.
You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere.
Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that.
Man, it's just like that, I'm inside you, you twat.
No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong.
Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it.
Played on guitar.
Plan B did it.
Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material.
Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore.
Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us.
That's right, speak your truth, your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to ask for you, say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren.
Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren.
I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs. That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that make to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side. When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room. into a blank canvas that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Wow.
Thoughts, feelings,
Oh,
observations.
so many.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think watching it, the therapist in me is the most activated.
Yeah.
As far as the roles that I play and just the human in me.
Mm-hmm.
I think watching it, hearing it, and having the visual made it super immersive and super intense.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling in, you already know it's getting ready to be something psychological, just the setting of the video.
Mm.
And I think as humans, the thing that I have struggled with and I see clients struggle with is the fact that like we want to externalize the good and the evil. We want to make it not about us so that we feel less bad.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is we all possess it. It's in all of us, and it's how you navigate it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those that struggle the most are the ones that try to fight one side or the other.
Yeah.
And so I like when he spoke on just learning how to lean into it and relax and settle. The dance gets easier.
Yeah.
Because it's in you. You can't escape it and you
Yep.
can't get it out. It's learning how to manage it and how to mold it and how to navigate it
Mm-hmm.
and how to give each part its voice
Mm-hmm.
when it's necessary.
I think that's what's so powerful about this song in particular is that everyone can see themselves in it, regardless of which way, right? Because in the beginning, a lot of people think, oh, it's schizophrenia, or oh, it's, multiple personality disorder, or it's all these different things. And it's like, but then as you go, you start to see that, oh, I've had internal dialogue like that. Oh, I've stopped doing things because of that, negative voice inside. And so hearing your perspective and seeing how easily you related to what he's saying and going through. You made a good point about what he said too, about like, yeah, the dance can get easier once we stop being like, it has to be all good or it has to be all bad. It's like our shadow selves and integration of that.
Yes.
Cat hair
And
everywhere.
I think, yes, watching it, it's this immediate like, oh, this is intense. This is clinical. This is these voices and he's having this dialogue and it's like something's wrong here. And, the earlier part of my career, I worked with psychosis. I worked with what we call SMI, severe mental illness. So it was the schizophrenia diagnoses and the true intense mania. And learning like just over time how I have softened to the science and seen it, but I truly believe that we do all have multiple personalities, not in a disorder or diagnoses, but we've all gone through life and we've been fractured, we've been impacted, we've had these experiences, we've had to pull parts of us out and push parts of us forward in order to survive and cope and get through. And those things, the body keeps the score. It stays in there. It doesn't go anywhere. And true healing and wholeness and thriving is when you can bring all of those pieces back together and become a whole person again. Find gratitude for each spot or each identity and respect for each identity and not let go of the shame of each of those identities.
Yeah,
Because
I
they
think-
showed up when you needed them.
I think something that's helped me, I'm sorry, it's cat hair. They know already. They love Dora. She's a renegade too. I think what helped me throughout my experiences in life and then my own traumas is that when I started to heal one in another, face them, for example, and just like let myself process the
Yes.
feelings, I started to see the things that I used to think as disadvantages as superpowers.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's an awareness now of how to deal with things, how to go through things, a strength that comes from it, and then a wisdom that we can impart on others too, because now we've been through it.
Yes.
As opposed to like, oh, this thing happened to me and I know about it. Now it's more like, oh, this thing happened to me. I felt it. I feel it. I'm not happy about it, but I've learned from it.
Yes.
And I think that's what he means by there's victims and students.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, that was like, girl. I don't know if you heard me. I was like,
I heard you.
There was a couple of points. I'm like, Yes.
Yeah.
And it is because so many of us get caught in the victim role, and it's like, it's happening to me. Woe is me. I have no control. Why? And I think that is when we really lose all of our power, where if you can just lean into it and understand that we're all having an experience, and that experience comes with good, bad, evil, ugly, pretty, all of the things. Learn, like, be curious, lean into it. When it's ugly and it's dark, why is it ugly and it's dark?
Yeah.
Okay, what did I like about the light? What am I excited to get back to when the light comes?
Yeah.
What is in the darkness for me to learn?
Me about myself?
What is it? What this time is to teach me about myself? Yes. And yes, students and victims for sure stood out to me in the song. And you pick a lane, and I truly believe those of us that become students of life, students of healing, students of the human experience are the most well-rounded and are the ones that truly learn how to get out of just living in survival to just that embodied survival, and then moving into thriving.
Exactly. And another point where I heard you vocalize is when he said, I'm the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope, which to me is one of the strongest lines I think I've ever heard in any song.
I wish I had a pen and I could have wrote down some of the liners.
And you can always watch it again and go back to it. But that line where he's like, some people know me as hope. Some people know me as voice that you hear when you listen to this number. I'm just like, I get chills.
Shit.
Literally every time.
Yes.
Because it's like, we need to remember that there's moments of hope. There's moments of levity in our lives that we can look at when things are bad. It's not just like, yes, feel the bad, process. I always talk about processing, feeling, don't bypass. And then remember, there's more. There's hope. There's dreams. There's aspirations. There's goals. There's more.
Well, and that noose is, for many of us, at a certain point, becomes self-inflicted.
Yeah.
And when we're young,
it becomes identity.
It becomes identity, and we are attached to that suffering, and we're attached to that loathing, and we're attached to that darkness, and we are putting the expectations, we are putting the pressure, we are internal choosing what we take in and what we allow embed, and so to embed in us, and we are choosing the suffering.
Yeah.
And so it's like, if girl, like, let it go. Like, just let it go a little bit. Give yourself a chance.
Yeah, exactly that. So now would be a good time to give you a little backstory on Ren himself.
Okay.
And how this may have come about as a song. So around the age of 19, Ren was already busking in the streets of Brighton, UK. So he was playing music in his band and all that stuff, got discovered, was recording an album. And then all of a sudden his health started to fail. And he would go to the doctors as, each symptom would come up, and they'd be like, no, it's psychosomatic. Oh, maybe you have bipolar. Oh, maybe you have this condition. Maybe you have that condition. Here, take this medication, take this medication. But his body kept failing, like all different things, all different symptoms, to the point where he was basically undiagnosed or misproperly diagnosed for 10 years of his life. So all of his 20s, essentially. He was in his bedroom, sick, barely able to do much of anything physically. And then that led to psychological things. It turns out he actually had Lyme disease. And because in the UK it's not as common as it is in the US, they didn't think to test for Lyme disease or anything like that. And when you have that, it develops into autoimmune issues, and then the autoimmune issues lead to further issues. Also impacting your mind and your brain and stuff like that. So a lot of his life basically is spent being sick, and he still has autoimmune issues. He's had stem cell transplants. He takes all kinds of medications. And so this was his part of his journey and sharing that.
So that's a whole nother conversation about the medical industry, even the mental health industry. I mean, as much as we're trained and we have all the science, a lot of times we're all still just guessing and we're trying things. And I can only imagine the mental and emotional turmoil that it takes when my body is not giving and doing what I needed to do. I don't have an answer. I don't have a solution. I feel helpless. I feel hopeless. And then that in turn creates a whole nother internal experience that without proper support, without proper guidance, without proper tools can then exacerbate
the psychological aspect
and
of
then
it,
then now you're caught in this circle of, you know, my mental is making my physical worse, my physical is making my mental worse, and my mental is fucking up my emotional, and now you're locked in a cycle.
I mean, especially like it's one thing to be sick for like a few weeks or a few months, but for years, like what that does to your mind, and like you're seeing your friends get married, have kids, have, you know, this different life, and you're stuck, you know, basically immobile for a decade. It's got to affect you. But in a lot of ways, like we're talking about taking the negative into a positive, it's like he already was musical, he was already artistic, and then to take all of that and then put it into his music, he's created some amazing music that's helped a lot of people. And so that's the cool thing that came out of it, you know, as far as turning it into a superpower. So,
and it's hard when you're in the moment to be able to see the light. I'm working with some people that have gotten some pretty severe news lately. And it's like learning how to, it comes with wisdom, it comes with time, it comes with being in the dark a few times and getting in the deep a few times. But even in the midst of that, being able to identify and tap into, why am I here? You know, instead of the woe is me, more so, why am I here? And in that time, I'm sure for him, it was very difficult to go through. But I hate the term, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, I understand.
I hate that.
Yeah.
But like, God, you're there, and there's a point to you being there.
Right.
And you gotta really tap into that point, because you can't give up 10 years of living. You've got to be able to figure out, how can I live in the midst of what is happening? And it doesn't always look pretty. And I can only imagine for him it didn't, but the music was able to live through that time.
Yeah.
And now you're coming on the other side of that. I don't know how long he's been out and everyone is now seeing it, but now you've got this massive, beautiful body of work that you're able to put out and share with the world. And now you're also feeling better. You're starting to figure yourself out and your path out, and they all come together. You know, it's in timing. You know?
So like that reminds me of the line in Hi Ren when he goes, "When I'm gone, I will rise," and the music that I've left behind. And it's like, ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, were pointed to different sides. So it's like, there's bad, there's good. But the bad that I've gone through, I'm going to now shed light on for people who are going through something similar, and help them rise as well. Which is one of the reasons why I love the artist. I was just like, I need more of this in my life. This is good. We're talking about some real stuff now. Okay.
Yes, and we all have our own version of that. Like, I don't know any human that has walked this earth and not been harmed, not been hurt, not experienced some type of pain, some type of loss, some type of tragedy, some type of trauma.
Right. And my thing is like, I wouldn't want to either, because then it's like, think of all the wisdom and empathy and kindness and creativity and everything that's born from all of this stuff. And I'm not saying we should have to, but I'm saying we shouldn't feel like everything needs to be sheltered and protected, because how else can we grow as people?
If we have the utopian life, then there's no grit, there's no grind, there's no wisdom to share, there's no overcoming, there's no depth to the story.
No inspiring.
You know, it's like, well, can I just get it without? I mean, unfortunately we can't.
No,
and that's just the design of the human experience. But like at 44 now, and having gone through enough, like I can settle into that. We had this conversation at the party I was telling you about. Like, I can settle into the darkness now, where there was a season in my life where I couldn't. I resisted, I fought, I did all of the things, and I made life so much harder for myself. But in that time, I've learned so much, and now all of that wisdom is embodied in me, and I can move differently But now when the darkness comes, like, it's cool.
Yeah, it's like, hello, darkness,
hello,
my old friend.
Whether it's an internal darkness or an
Right.
external.
Right.
Internally, like, everybody has a voice in my body. Like, I don't need anybody. I'm not shaming anybody or shushing anybody. So even if it's that negative voice that's telling me we can't or we're not good enough or whatever, like, there's a moment where you're scared. Come sit down at the kitchen table, baby. Let's
Exactly.
talk.
Exactly.
Like,
Acknowledging it.
acknowledge it.
Yeah,
Like, we're
yeah.
scared. It's new. It's heavy. It's cool.
Yeah, and I also find that because we've been through stuff in life, everybody who goes through stuff, that means that like you have now kind of your own guide for the future. So like if something does come up, a lot of times I'm like, okay, well, I already been through A, B, C, and D, so I'm sure I can handle this. Like, you know, instead of being like, oh no, it's more like, all right, how'd I get through that last time? All right, let's go.
And it's like, it seems so self-absorbed or narcissistic is the term everybody loves to use. But for me, like, I am my role model. Like, I am my guy.
Yeah.
And
I don't think it's narcissistic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can look back. I've been through a lot of shit in my life. And I'm sure listening to him, I could hear that in him as well. Like, I've done so much. I've endured so much. I've overcome so much. Like, there is no breaking.
Yeah.
There is no.
It's just whatever next version of me comes out of this. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I love it.
Yay! Well, everyone, this was Jen. I feel like this was a great conversation. I'm glad that you shed some light, especially from your perspective and your experience professionally. I think it's really helpful. And everybody, please go to the description, follow Jen, do all the things. This is YouTube. Do all the other things like subscribe, comment, share, all the things. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, the link is also in the description. No membership is required, and it helps because then I can offer my guests popcorn and snacks.
She fed me.
I did. So
He gave me lotion.
yes. So thank you for everyone who's already bought a coffee. And until next time, take care of yourselves.